Hello, students. A very good morning to all of you. I hope you all are in good health and taking great care of yourself. Welcome back to our English class. So, from today onwards, we are going to start the revision of grammar portion from your Beehive textbook. And today we would be starting with chapter number 1, The Fun They Had. And we are going to just look for the grammar portion as question answers and all those things you are doing in the school. So we would be just revising or recalling the topics which are there in the grammar. So I request you students to open your textbook, page number 11. Thinking about language. The first topic over here is about adverbs. Now students, I hope that you know what are adverbs, right? Adverbs are the word which modifies or intensifies a verb, an adjective or another adverb. That means the word which talks more about the verb, मतलब जो action हो रही है उसके बारे में अगर वो बता रहा है, if it is describing the action, then it is called an adverb. And on the basis of the meaning that it conveys or how does it convey the meaning, it is divided into different categories like adverb of manner, adverb of frequency, adverb of degree, adverb of time, place, right? So I think you might have studied all kinds of adverbs before, so I won't be taking much time with it, and we would be moving ahead with the exercise which is given in the textbook. The first thing is, let's read the sentences taken from the story. They had once taken Tommy's teacher away for nearly a month because the history sector had blanked out completely. The word completely is an the word complete is an adjective, and when you add ly to it, it becomes an adverb. Now it's not necessary students कि हर adverb ly के ending में ही हो, लेकिन yes, most of the adverbs ends in ly. Okay, so यहाँ पे जो word complete है वो adjective है और completely जो है यहाँ पे that is our adverb. Now the first exercise over here is you need to find the sentences in the lessons which have adverb given in the box below. So here students, they have given some words and these words are used or these adverbs are used in the lesson. So you need to find out the sentences. I hope that you have done the exercise, but let's just revise it. The first one is awfully, and the sentence over here would be, and it was awfully funny, right? So you can look that in your book. So that line is in your first paragraph, page number 6, right? It was awfully funny to read words that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to. The second word is sorrowfully, and it's there in the third paragraph, second last line. Worse, until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for the country inspector. The third one is completely, which we have already seen in the above sentence, right? That is paragraph 5, almost page 7. Third paragraph, last line. Then the next one is loftily. It is in 6th paragraph. He added loftily, pronouncing the words carefully. So we have carefully also over here and loftily also. Then we have differently in 8th paragraph. But my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl it teaches, and that each kid has to be taught differently. Then the next one is quickly. It's in the same paragraph. I didn't say I didn't like it, Margie said quickly. right? And in the ninth paragraph, you may find the word nonchalantly. Maybe he said nonchalantly, he walked away whistling, the dusty old book tucked beneath his arm. Okay, now these same words we have to use it in the sentences which are given below. So let's see that. Use these adverbs to fill in the blanks in the sentences below. The report must be read dash so that the performance can be improved. So here students, the answer would be carefully. The next one. At the interview, Samir answered our questions dash shrugging his shoulders. So here students, we are going to have the answer loftily. Loftily means to do something in an arrogant way. Okay, as if he doesn't want to do it, but he is doing it. And he's showing off. Third one, we all behave dash when we are tired or hungry. So here we would be writing differently. Right, that is true. When we are tired, we are going to behave differently. Next one, the teacher shook her head dash when Ravi lied to her. So here students, the answer would be sorrowfully. That means painfully. Okay. Next one. I dash forgot about it. I completely forgot about it. Next one, when I complimented Revati on her success, she just smiled dash and turned away. So here our answer would be nonchalantly. That means in a calm and relaxed manner, right? As if you don't care about it. Next one, the president of the company is dash busy and will not be able to meet you. So here we are going to write awfully. The next one, I finished my work dash so that I could go out to play. Well, the answer would be quickly. Okay. Now you need to remember over here, the box given over here, it says that an adverb describes action, as I told you in the beginning, and you can form adverbs by adding ly to the adjectives. Adjectives के पीछे हम लोग ly add करके adverb बना सकते हैं. But you need to remember one important thing, that when an adjective ends in y, the y changes to I when you add ly to form an adverb. For example, angry. If you see this word angry, उसमें last word है y. So when you change it, it becomes ILY. Okay. So here there is an exercise. You need to do that. Let's just check it out. You need to make adverbs out of these adjectives. The first one is angry, that becomes angrily, which is already done. Behind, we have seen that. The second one is happy, happy becomes happily. The Y is going to become I and then ly. Merry becomes merrily. Sleepy, sleepily. Then the next one is easy, becomes easily. Noisy becomes noisily. Tidy becomes tidily, and the last one, gloomy, becomes gloomily. Okay, so I hope that you are clear with the adverbs. Okay, so students, there is one exercise over here in your book Words and Expression. I am not going to carry out each and every exercise as it's not possible for me to do it practically, but yes, I would try because this is self-study material. So if you want, you can do it by yourself. Okay, students, so let's just see the exercise over here. Put the adverbs given at the end of the sentence at the appropriate place within the sentence. And one is done for you. And one more important reminder, students, it's not necessary that I'm going to ask you from this book. Okay? As I told you, the grammar points would be covered from Beehive, and the same points are there in your book in the words and expressions also. So it's just for practice that we are doing this exercises. Okay, the first one is done for you. They completed the work, and we had to use the word fast or quickly. So they completed the work fast, or you can also write they completed the work quickly. Okay, now second one is Mr. Sharma died as the family was getting ready to go for the wedding. So how did Mr. Sharma died? Suddenly. So here suddenly is going to talk more about the verb died, right? So the answer would be Mr. Sharma died suddenly. Thereafter you have to copy the remaining sentence as it is. The family was getting ready to go for the wedding. The second one, my grandfather arrived to avoid the rush. How did the grandfather arrive? Early, right? My grandfather to avoid the traffic rush. Third one, the man thanked me before he drove off. So the answer would be the man thanked me profusely. The man thanked me profusely before he drove off. Let's see the next one. The children clapped at the little girl's extraordinary performance. And we have to add a word admiringly. That is, you can add this adverb at the ending also, and also beside the verb. You can write the children clapped admiringly at the little girl's extraordinary performance, or you can write the children clapped at the little girl's extraordinary performance admiringly. You just have to remove the full stop and add the word admiringly. Okay, or else you can write the children clapped admiringly at the little girl's extraordinary performance. The dog bit me when I was coming home from the school. The dog bit me hard. How did the dog bit? The dog bit me hard. Okay, when I was coming home from the school. Next one, the police had several photographs of the suspect. So here students, you can just add it at the end. The police had several photographs of the suspect fortunately, or you can write the police fortunately had several photographs of the suspect. Okay, you can write it either of the way. That would be right. Now last one, Sunil left the room when he saw the bull coming in. So here you can write Sunil left the room abruptly when he saw the bull coming in. Okay, so now let's see the next topic in your textbook, that is on page number 12. If not and unless. If not and unless means same. Okay, so let's first read over here what it is told. Imagine that Margie's mother told her, you will feel awful if you do not finish your history lesson. So I hope this sentence is quite clear to you. You will feel awful, that means you will feel bad if you don't finish your history homework. Okay, this is quite clear. If and not. If you do not, मतलब if है और do के साथ हमने not ऐड किया है. ठीक है, तो ये है आपका if not. अभी उसकी जगह पर सब्सटीट्यूट की तरह हम यूज़ कर सकते हैं unless. And if you are using unless, you are not going to use not in that particular part of sentence. Okay, remember that. She could say, you will feel awful unless you finish your history lesson. Okay, you will feel awful. If you know the clauses, this is one clause. You will feel awful. Sorry, okay, this one. You will feel awful, that is one clause. Unless you finish your history lesson, that is the second clause. Right, यहाँ पे ये वाला जो है वो हमारा पहला you will feel awful, that is one clause, and second one is unless you finish your history homework, just like over here. लेकिन यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे तो यहाँ पे लिखा है if you don't finish your history lesson, और if और not को रिप्लेस करने के लिए हमने यूज़ किया है unless. Okay, so unless means if not. You need to remember that. Unless means if not. Sentences with unless or if not are negative conditional sentences. These are negative conditional sentences. Now I hope that you know what are conditional sentences, right? Conditional sentences means a sentence might be divided into two parts, in which one sentence would be pointing out the condition and the second one would be pointing out the result. मतलब अगर ऐसा कुछ होता है तो उसका रिजल्ट क्या होगा, राइट? वैसे सेंटेंस दो पार्ट में डिवाइड होता है, और अनलेस और इफ नॉट क्या है, नेगेटिव कंडीशनल सेंटेंसेस गिने जाते हैं. दैट मीन्स इफ यू नोटिस दिस सेंटेंसेस, इट हैज़ टू पार्ट्स. The parts that begins with if not or unless tells the condition. Okay, it tells us the condition. क्या condition है? If you do not finish your history lesson, या unless you finish your history lesson. आपको बुरा लगेगा अगर आप अपना होमवर्क कंप्लीट, हिस्ट्री होमवर्क कंप्लीट नहीं करोगे, राइट? सो ये जो unless वाला पोर्शन है वो क्या डिस्क्राइब करता है? कंडीशन डिस्क्राइब करता है. और जो पहला वाला पार्ट है यू विल फील ऑफुल, दैट वुड बी डिस्क्राइबिंग द रिजल्ट. ओके, सो दिस पार्ट हैज़ अ वर्ब इन द प्रेजेंट टेंस. इफ़ यू नोटिस, यू नीड टू रिमेंबर दैट कि जो कंडीशन वाला पार्ट होता है, मतलब अनलेस या इफ़ नॉट वाला जो पार्ट है वो होता है आपका प्रेजेंट टेंस वाला वर्ब. ठीक है, जैसे कि डोंट फिनिश, राइट, या फिर फिनिश. अनलेस वाले में इफ़ यू सी द सेंटेंस, यहाँ पे हमने लिखा है इफ़ यू डोंट फिनिश, और यहाँ अनलेस के साथ हमने लिखा है फिनिश, राइट? सो दैट इज़ आवर प्रेजेंट टेंस. एंड द अदर पार्ट ऑफ द सेंटेंस टेल्स अस अबाउट अ पॉसिबल रिजल्ट. ओके, सो द दूसरा पार्ट है जिसको हम मेन क्लॉज भी कह सकते हैं सेंटेंस का, दैट वुड बी टेलिंग अस अबाउट द रिजल्ट. एंड इट टेल्स अस व्हाट विल हैपन इफ समथिंग एल्स डजंट हैपन. And the verb in this part of the sentence is in future tense. Okay, so ये जो आपका result होगा वो future tense में होगा, और आपकी जो condition होगी वो होगी present tense में. ठीक है? And remember, unless is equal to if not. मतलब अगर आपके sentence में इफ़ नॉट है और आप उसकी जगह पे अनलेस लगाते हो तो इफ़ भी निकाल दोगे और नॉट भी निकाल दोगे. ठीक है? So notice these two sentences again in the following examples. The first one is future tense. There won't be any books left. You won't unless we preserve them. So this one is condition, right? Result. There won't be any books left, and unless we preserve them, that is our condition. In the same way, second one, you won't learn your lessons if you don't study regularly. यहाँ पे हमने unless की जगह पर if not use किया हुआ है. You won't learn your lessons if you don't study regularly. Tommy will have an accident unless he drives more slowly. Okay. Unless की जगह पर अगर हमें if not लगाना है तो हम लिखेंगे Tommy will have an accident if he does not drive more slowly, right? So I hope that you are clear with if not and unless. So here we need to complete the sentences and you need to use the correct form of verb. Well, the answers which I would be giving you are according to your manual, you can say, but yes, you can write or form the answers by yourself also. The first one, if I don't go to Anu's party tonight, you can write she will get annoyed. She might get angry, so she will get angry. You can write that also. The second one, if you don't telephone the hotel to order food, you will miss your evening meal. Okay. Unless you promise to write back, I shall keep requesting you. Okay. Fourth one, if she doesn't play any games, she will become lethargic and unfit. Fifth one, unless that little bird flies away quickly, the cat will pounce at it. So students, I think you are clear with both the things, right? If not, unless and the adverbs. And we have already completed the exercise along with it. If you want, students, you can do the exercise related to if not from your book Words and Expression. It's on page number 9 and 10 and 11, exercise 1 and 2, that is related to unless if not, and grammar वाली exercise तो मैंने आपको भी करवाई है, so that is fine. Okay, it's just self study material, so you can do it by yourself. It would be a great help to you and you might practice your grammar skills in that book. Okay, thank you.